Thoughts on Lesson 94. I am as God created me. I'm going to read some of this. Today we continue with the one idea which brings complete salvation, the one statement which makes all forms of temptation powerless, the one thought which renders the ego silent and entirely undone. You are as God created you. The sounds of this world are still, the sights of this world disappear, and all the thoughts that this world ever held are wiped away forever by this one idea. Here is salvation accomplished, here is sanity restored. And that means this world is insanity, God is sanity, salvation is only found in the truth, and the truth is not found in this world. I am as God created me is a statement in direct opposition to what the world has taught us about what we are and about what God is, about what salvation is. It makes the point that the world disappears. The world is the opposite of God. If the world is real, God is not. If God is real, this world is not. True light is strength, and strength is sinlessness. If you remain as God created you, you must be strong, and light must be in you. He who ensured your sinlessness must be the guarantee of strength and light as well. You are as God created you. Darkness cannot obscure the glory of God's Son. What is the darkness? What the ego is. When we believe we are an ego or a body in a world, when we identify with the ego thought system, we believe we are the darkness. So we can't believe the light is in us because we're looking through the dark mirror of the ego. Darkness cannot obscure the glory of God's Son. It can only seem to do that when we identify with the ego thought system, project it out, and then identify with a shadow figure in the world. So we are as God created us, and everything else is our nightmare. I think it's important to read this lesson slowly and contemplatively. What he's saying is, we're going to try to reach the Son of God in you, which is to go past the little self we think we are to the part of us, the self that never sinned, nor made an image to replace reality. When we look in a mirror and we see a face and we say, that's me. Now I'm going to get ready in the morning. I'm going to do my hair and my makeup and brush my teeth. That is an image made to replace reality. Because that image is not God's Son. God's Son does not reside in a body. God couldn't make bodies because God could only create like himself. And he is light and strength and peace and joy. Now we try to reach the Son of God in you. This is the self that never left its home in God to walk the world uncertainly. This is the self that knows no fear, nor could conceive of loss or suffering or death. That is not the self we identify with. Nothing is required of you to reach the goal except to lay all idols and self-images aside, go past the list of attributes, both good and bad, you've ascribed to yourself, and wait in silent expectancy for the truth. The list of attributes, both good and bad, are all equally untrue. So whether we think we're a good ego or a bad ego, a kind one or a cruel one, whether we suffer loss or we feel abundance, it doesn't matter. It's all equally unreal and part of the dream of separation, a dream of hopelessness. God himself has promised that it will be revealed to all who ask for it. You cannot fail because he cannot fail. What we experience as our failure to reach the capital S self that is our true self is really resistance. We're afraid of it. So keep that in mind. If you feel that as you're doing the lesson, you're not reaching that light, or you feel, well, I'm still a body in a world, we're resistant. All of our defenses are set up against recognizing this truth. So we have a vested interest in not recognizing our only salvation. But God cannot be overcome by the ego thought system. And we practice this with the calm certainty and assurance that we will choose again, we will make the right decision for the Holy Spirit thought system and experience ourselves as we were created and as we truly are. I hope that was helpful. Thank you.